Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, round number 2 of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Cars, presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators and powered by iRacing and Wicked Cushion Esports. Tonight we travel to the latest track, one of the latest tracks that we have here on the iRacing.com service. Been out for quite some time now. Tonight we are here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway as we get set for 305 Sprint Car Racing. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you on the call for tonight's coverage of this second round. We've got just under 30 seconds of practice left. And tonight we are live across Facebook and YouTube on the Ultimate Dirt TV channels. We are live on the Dirty Old Bastards Facebook page. And we are also live on Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators. So we hope you enjoy the coverage. And we're about to see, we are looking at 42 drivers have signed into the pit area for tonight. 41 drivers have taken a lap time in this practice session, and they are separated by about 1 second here in this 41 car field. It is done, the practice session, and now we move into what will be qualifying. It'll be 3 minutes, 2 time laps. And who is going to go quick time here tonight? We'll take a look. We'll bring the qualifiers up on the left hand side of your screen, and then down the bottom left is going to be the driver that we are currently watching. First car on screen, then we can see the 922 of Brandon Kerstetter. Brandon Kerstetter in car number 922. Track is slick. We may see a reset come feature time, but we'll see how it plays out for qualifying. Right now, Brandon Kerstetter is on the clock here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, round number 2. Kerstetter, it is Billy Brickley who has gone quick time. David Flick, Wavy Dave into the wall into turn number 3 and 4, so lap number 1 for David Flick will not count. Bryce Bailey setting the pace with an 11.988. Billy Brickley, second quick with a 12.056. David Flick not having a good start here in qualifying. John Chappell, 31st quick at the moment. Anthony Marvuglio in that number 238 machine. Still trying to tackle the 11.988 for Bryce Bailey. Marvuglio, 15th quick with 12.374. Jeff Flero. Oh! Into the wall, not upside down, but certainly got a busted rear end, and that is going to be very tough for him to get a tie. Dustin Sargent, 25th quick, a 12.525. A 12.525, Aaron Schaefer. There he is, Jeff Flero on screen, and that is going to be his qualifying efforts done and dusted. In 39, he will be the 40th car to take a time with a 12.786. 12.786, and that is heat racing to come. That is qualifying done and dusted here at the Fairbury Speedway. 4 heat races on the program as we move forward to heat race number 1. Let's go trackside to take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. 10 laps to the distance for heat racing action. Top 4 moving into the main events. I believe it'll be the top 2 will move into a dash. Starting on pole in car number 27, it is Bryce Bailey. On his outside in car number 38, Jason Giblin will start position number 2. Inside your second row, car number 37 of Jeremy Isabel. At a position number 4 in car number 17, it's John Bragman. Lining up position number 5 in car number 10, Justin Williams Alexander. In car number 97 will start position 6. And we go back to Dustin Sargent in the 777 out of position 7. Aaron Schaefer, car 77, out of position number 8. Position 9, John Klimowicz Jr. will start position 9 in 34. Robert Boggs, car number 29, will start position 10. And Wavy Davey, David Flick in car number 56, will start position number 11. 2 laps behind the iRacing.com pace truck. When then we are set for 10 laps on the board. I've just been given the 1 to go signal. Pace truck will move to the infield. Here on the back straight away. There he goes, moving to the inside of the track, and we are set. Bryce Bailey and Jason Giblin set to lead us to the drop of the green flag. Heat number 1, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum is green here at Fairbury. Down through turn number 3 and 4 for the opening of 10 circuits around Fairbury. Bryce Bailey holds on to the number 1 spot. Jeremy Isabel back there in 2nd. Then you go back to Jason Giblin in 3rd. Justin Williams in 4th. And in that final transfer position, running the bottom side of the racetrack through turn number 3 and 4. We'll try and stay as low as he can, but he's right through the slick into turn number 1 and 2. Then you go back to Bragman. Back there in position, number 5, the number 17 Machine on the outside looking in, but the battle is on for the final transfer spot. Williams and Giblin go side by side down through 1 and 2. They'll do the same into turns 3 and 4. Justin Williams up on the inside will take 3rd. Put Jason Giblin back to position number 4. Halfway home this time by, and Bryce Bailey, he's got this number 27 Machine on the number 2. Out in front, he's got it locked down at the moment. 305 Sprint Car Racing here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. We watch the 77 of Schaefer coming through the field. He's only made up a couple of positions. Up to position number 6. And you go back to Alex Hanna, back to 7th. Dustin Sargent 8th. David Flick in 9th. Oh, nearly contact out of turn number 4. They went 3 wide down into 1 and 2. Schaefer and Hanna around the outside. 2 to run this time by. Patricia, this is 305 Sprint Cars, not 410s or 360s. Through 1 and 2. Bailey into 3 and 4 for the final time. He's got the field covered by a big margin. Bryce Bailey victorious. Daylight's going to come home 2nd, but that's going to be Jeremy Isabel 2nd, 3rd. Justin Williams 4th. We'll go to Jason Giblin, Alex Hanna 5th. John Bragman, Aaron Schaefer. In fact, it's Dustin Sargent, Aaron Schaefer, David Flick, John Klimowicz Jr. The top 10. And that will conclude heat race number 1. We move into heat race number 2 here at the Fairbury Speedway, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 00, it's the buckshot of Billy Brickley. On his outside of the 110 machine, Kevin Hanley will start position number 2. At a position number 3, Jeffrey Stewart would line up alongside Jason Schoenbacher. At a position number 4, Brandon Kirstetter will start position 5. Andrew Hansen will start position 6. Brandon Igo will start position 7. Terry Crouch at a position number 8. Lance Coaster at a position number 9. Derek De Silva at a position 10. And Scotty Street lines up at a position number 11. Pace truck to the infield. 11 cars, 10 laps, top 4 to your main event. Billy Brickley, Kevin Hanley on the front row. Billy Brickley will lead us to the drop of the green flag. Here into turn number 1 and 2. Straight to the top side. Oh, contact there in the mid-pack there. I think it was Andrew Hansen in the number 2 machine. Oh, no, Hanley got turned. Yellow is out, and we've got a car upside down. Brandon Igo in the number 2 machine. Upside down be the first casualty here in heat race number 2. We take a look at how it happened. We take a look right now with your Wicked Cushion instant replay. And keep an eye on the black and yellow too. This is the initial start and it didn't happen until turn number 3 and 4. And not the way that you would like to start off heat race number 2. Just caught wrong place at the wrong time, and unfortunately that car on its side, unable to get that car back on all fours. As we bring you back to live video coverage from the virtual Fairbury Speedway, we are back underway. 1 down, 9 to run. Brickley leads down the back straight away. Schallenbacher in second. You go back to Jeffrey Stewart in third spot. Fourth right now, Brandon Kerstetter. Right now, on the bubble, Lance Coaster into position number 5. Scotty Street, position number 6. As we watch Stewart trying to get by the number 9 machine as they work through turn number 1 and 2. Stewart has got himself locked into a main event at the moment. But again, this track is very slick at this stage. The buckshot, Billy Brickley. Picked up a podium last week. Oh no, they're on into the wall. And there goes Stewart on by. Schallenbacher in the number 9 machine now falls back to position number 3. 4th spot is still Brandon Kerstetter. Scotty Street back there to position 5, and well, battling it out right there with the 617 of Lance Coaster. So Street has position 5. There is your leader on screen. 2 to go. Down your back straight away. About to be greeted by the white flag here at the Fairbury Speedway. Heat number 2, the National Sprintcar Hall of Fame and Museum. Through 1 and 2 goes Billy Brickley. Final time, heat race number 2. Brickley looking the goods. Will get the job done. He gets the win in heat number 2. Jeffrey Stewart home in second. Jason Schallenbacher in third. 4th is going to go to Brandon Kirsten. And then you go back to Scotty Street in 5th. Coaster 6, De Silva 7th. Crouch, Igo, and Hanley. And then we also had Hansen in position number 11. So that is heat 2 complete. And we are halfway through our heat racing action here at the Fairbury Speedway. As we get set to take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 3. The way they line up for Team ABR in car number 22, Jason Nygaard will start on pole. On the outside of the front row, Randy Shreves. Jonathan Lowe will start position number 3. Anthony Malvuglia will start position number 4. Third row inside, position 5 is Mike Henninger, and Joshua Indick will start position number 6. Andrew Olson will line up at a position 7. Curtis Merriman will line up at a position number 8. And at a position number 9, it's the 72 of James Simmons. Joe Dow, John King Jr. did not grid, so we take 11th and 10th out of this one. As the drivers get the Wonder Green signal right now. Pace truck is in. We are set for heat number 3. The penultimate heat race of the night. The National Sprintcar Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series. Jason Nygaard will lead down into turn number 1 and 2. We keep an eye on 3rd and 4th right now. Keep an eye on Jonathan Lowe, that 20 machine all over the back of the 56 as they go through turn number 3 and 4. Yes. Low upstairs. Malvuglio down low. He goes low. He's starting to turn it up down to the bottom side. Trying to turn the wick up right now. Coming to the wall out of turn number 4. Malvuglio manages to hold on. Look at the number 42 machine of Mike Henninger. In fact, it's Andrew Olson, in fact. Then you go back to Mike Henninger back there into position number 6 in that 44 machine. So right now it'll be 4 down and 6 to run. Out of turn number 4 this time by field leader Jason Nygaard. Oh, Henninger half spun the car, saved it. The 42 of Olsen trying to put pressure here on the 238 machine of Anthony Marvuglio. And now, Lowe and Shreves come together. Shreves upside down. Lowe moves to the inside. Marvuglio and Olsen, they move to the inside. They move into second, third, and fourth. Marvuglio. 238 machine works down low. Jonathan Lowe he's certainly got some front end damage. That front crash bar and the front wing, you can see it's bent all out of shape. 3 laps to go for your leader, Jason Nygaard, down the front straightaway that time. Past the flag stand here at the Fairbury Speedway. Andrew Olsen in that number 42 machine, the GoBuddy.com number 42 painted livery. In position number 4, Joshua Indick back there in 5th. Shreves and Curtis Merriman, Mike Henninger and James Simmons are still 9 cars on the racetrack here at Fairbury. Here is your leader, as he's already been given the white flag. He'll come into turn number 3 and 4, this time by Jason Nygaard, victorious by a big margin. Jonathan Lowe will come home second, third Anthony Marvuglio, fourth is going to be Andrew Olsen. Those 4 drivers going to the main event. 5th is going to be Joshua Indick ahead of Randy Shrevers, Curtis Merriman, Mike Henninger, James Simmons. The 9 cars to contest heat race number 3 here at the National Sprintcar Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators and Wicked Cushion Esports. 4th and final heat race to come up. Let's go trackside to take a look right now. It's your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 25, Richie Preston. On his outside in car number 6, it's Joe Isabel. Kyle Jenkins, car number 21, will start position 3. Nathan Stain will start position number 4. Position 5, the Catfish, Chris Roberts and Wally Reardon will start position number 6. Tyler Grafton will start position 7. Chad Robertson out of position number 8. Jeff Flower out of position number 9. John Chappell did not grid. And then you go back to Randy Edgman to make up a 10-car field in heat race number 4 of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, powered by Tim's Dirt Track Simulator and Wicked Cushion Esports, presented by Dirty Old Bastards. Don't forget, we are live on Facebook and YouTube tonight on the Ultimate Dirt TV side of things, competing up against the World of Outlaws iRacing Pro Invitational. Let's show these guys how we do it here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Green flag is out. We are underway, and Richie Preston getting the jump on the field. Was the pole sitter, so once he gets to the start zone, as Preston into the wall into turns 3 and 4. Isabel back there in second, right through the middle. We look at the 21 of Kyle Jenkins. Then you go back to the Catfish of Chris Roberts. Roberts holding on to position number 4 at the moment. Yellow is out. So, first yellow in heat race number 4. Just 2 yellows so far on this difficult and trying track conditions here at the Fairbury Speedway. The 4th and final heat tomorrow night. The Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gun 410 winged Sprint Car Series, round number 2 at 9 p.m. Eastern. Of course, we'll be on the call for that one. And then after that, at about 11 Eastern, we've also secured some more broadcasting rights. So plenty of action to come here on Ultimate Dirt TV over the coming weeks and months. And well, we've got some big news coming through. We're just awaiting on the dates, or the days and time, the nights that we're going to be on. 3 down, 7 to run. Richie Preston back on the gas into turn number 1 and 2. Joe Isabel back there in second. Carl Jenkins third. Chris Roberts in fourth. Nathan Stain fifth. Wally Reardon sixth. Tyler Grafton seventh. And those are your 7 cars left on the circuit at the moment. As we continue to watch Roberts trying to run down the 21 of Carl Jenkins to move into position number 3 at the moment. Roberts is going to start about 16th position in tonight's main event. On the outside of row number 8. That's a fair way back, especially on a small, tight racetrack like Fairbury. What we're seeing, Isabel trying to run down Richie Preston. These drivers are run up on the wall, right up on the cushion. Oh, Isabel gets out of shape. He saves it, doesn't lose any spots. And Jenkins made a mistake as well into turn number 3 and 4. Roberts got that right rear, right in that line of moisture through turns to 1 and 2. Nothing there in turns number 3 and 4. 2 laps left to run for your race leader, Richie Preston. In that VS Air Elbows Up Sim Sports car number 25 machine. White flag here. Heat number 4. Preston victorious. Isabel second. Third is Jenkins. Roberts gets 4th. 5th will go to Stain, Reardon in 6th. Grafton, Flero, Robinson and Edgman. The 10 cars to contest heat number 4. Our C main is up next. Here in the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum at Fairbury. We're looking at about 13 drivers, I'd say. And things are about to get dicey. Track has been reset. We'll take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid to see how these drivers line up in tonight's C main. Aaron Schaefer and Andrew Hansen will occupy row number 1. Inside row number 2 is going to be Mike Kenninger. On the outside, Jeff Flair out of position number 4. Position number 5 belongs to David Flick. 6th spot. 6th starting position is going to be Kevin Hanley. James Simmons will line up position number 7. Chad Robinson lining up out of position number 8. 9th spot, John Klimowicz Jr. out of position number 10, Brandon Igo. Position 11 scheduled to be Joe Dowd. Randy Edgman out of position number 12. Robert Boggs, Terry Crouch, John King Jr. and John Chappell are the 16 scheduled starters. It looks like we've got just the 10. And out of these 10 drivers, 4 of these drivers will continue on to the back of the B main, where we'll take 8 from the B main to make up a 24 car field. C main is underway. Again, a reminder, top 4 going through to the main event. Igo trying to work the outside of the racetrack through turns 3 and 4 on that number 2 machine. Remember, he went upside down in his heat race. Top 4, Mike Henninger holds on in that number 44 machine to the final transfer spot. He's got pressure from inside and outside behind him. And they're 3 wide going down through turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide down the back straight away. The 45 machine of Igo right up through the middle of the racetrack. In front of them, Hanley, Flero and Schaefer. 1, 2 and 3. And already we see this track starting to slick it off onto the entry into the turns already. And still these drivers able to work their way around this tight little bull ring of a racetrack. Oh, Henninger catches the wall with the right rear tyre now. Here goes David Flick up on the inside. Looks for the slide job to make contact into turn number 1 and 2. Don't know why that popped up. Sorry. Keyboard likes to play silly buggers with me at the moment. Flero and Hanley having a great battle right now. Flero in second, Hanley third. Fourth is still Mike Henninger. Are we going to see these guys get a little desperate right now? David Fleck on the outside looking in position number 5, 3 to go. When does he pull the trigger? He needs to make it happen fairly quickly. He now goes to the inside. He needs to get a little bit lower than that. They make contact. They go through each other there. And now Brandon Igo moves into position 5, the 34 of John Klimowicz Jr. Trying to get around the outside of David Flick, but Igo, can Henninger hold on to a final transfer spot? 1 to run for your leader, Schaefer. Here comes Hanley out of turn number 4. Hanley on the outside. Kevin Hanley steals victory here in tonight's C-Main. Schaefer going to come home second, third, Jeff Flero. And Mike Henninger holds on to the 4th and final transfer position. Positions 5 on back. They are going home. They're being sent packing. Sorry about the World of Outlaws, Tyler. UDTV is where it's at. Your B main, 12 laps. Top 8 going through. Let's go down trackside to take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. We put 12 laps on the board, and this time we take our top 8 to go through. Alex Hanna and Scotty Street will make up row number 1. Row 2, Joshua Indick and Nathan Stain. Row 3, going to be John Bragman and Lance Coaster. Row 4, Randy Shreves and Wally Reardon. Row 5, Dustin Sargent, Derek De Silva, Curtis Merriman and Tyler Grafton in row 6. Row 7, Kevin Hanley, Aaron Schaefer. Row 8, Jeff Flero and Mike Henninger. 16 cars, top 8 to go through. Here we go, your B main. Your last chance to get into the big dance. We are green here at Fairbury. Down the back straight away, we look at the 093 machine. Scotty Street up on the inside. Yellow is out already. Now yellow laps counting as well. So the first yellow of the evening. And it looks like Jeff Flero. Hello, Bob. Welcome in. Looks like a full house. Yes, it does. Pace truck to the infield. Alex Hanna. Leader from Scotty Street. Joshua Indick and Nathan Stain. The top 4, remember top 8, will make their way into the back of tonight's main event. And look at Indick around the outside of Street. Contact out of turn number 2. Cars checking out big time. And the 46 of Scotty Street going to fall back. And now they're biffing and barging their way here on the front straight away. Car upside down back on all fours. Curtis Merriman in car number 3. But I think Scotty Street caught the worst of that one. You certainly got some damage on that number 46 machine. Randy Shreves pulling it back onto pit road. That United Dirt Sim Series number 56 machine. We've also got a United Dirt Sim Series number 97 out in front of Alex Hanna. So again, tomorrow night, 9 PM Eastern, the 410 winged sprint cars for the Dirty Old Bastards. Yes, I do believe so. Bob, I do believe so. Top 8 to go through. Let's take a look at your rundown order. Alex Hanna, John Bragman, Nathan Stain, Joshua Indick, Dustin Sargent, Tyler Grafton, Aaron Schaefer, Jeff Flaro, Mike Henninger, Curtis Merriman, Lance Coaster, Kevin Hanley, and Scotty Street. We are back underway. We continue to watch the 17 of John Bragman, but look at the 714. Joshua Indick around the outside into position number 3, but into the wall. He was quick through 1 and 2. They go 3 wide. Aaron Schaefer up on the inside, the number 77 machine. He's in the 8th spot at the moment, and he looks for more insurance positions. Up to position number 7. You see how close these drivers are on this tight little boring of a racetrack. Fairbury Speedway. Alex Hanna, he is gone. Oh, look out. Contact, and I'll tell you what, Joshua Indick, he is certainly in the thick of things at the moment. These drivers having a tough time getting through turn number 3 and 4. Right up on that cushion in the outside retaining wall. Kevin Hanley in the 110 machine. Staying going to pull that car back into pit road. Look at Kevin Hanley rocketing up to position number 9 and not done with just yet. Missing the front wing of that number 110 machine, the black and red. We focus on that one. 9 down, 3 to run this time by. Hanley gets by Indick for 8. Indick back to the outside, inside. Hanley back around the outside. They drag race down into turn number 3 and 4. Hanley around the outside of Jeff Floro now. Floro back to, looks to what could be position number 8 as Hanley roots around that outside. Kevin Hanley putting on a show. But it is all the United Dirt Sim Series number 97 machine getting the win. Second will go to Dustin Sargent. Third across the line is going to be John Bragman. And then we'll go back to Aaron Schaefer. In 4th, Tyler Grafton, Kevin Hanley, Wally Reardon, and Joshua Indick in position number 8. And the top 8 will go through to the back of tonight's main event. We have a warm-up session, what is normally our opportunity to step aside, pay a couple of bills. We don't do that anymore. We have a dash. Once the dash is done, these drivers will get about a minute or so. And then we are going to roll it over to our 40-lap A main event. So right now what is happening is race control and our heat winners and our second place drivers, I believe it would be, over the 4 heats. They are calling out numbers and they are picking the numbers 1 through to what I believe would be 8. So while that is happening, of course, a big shout out, of course, to the National Sprintcar Hall of Fame and Museum for coming on and be the naming rights sponsor of the 305 Sprint Car Series here at the Dirty Old Bastards League. Of course, big thanks to Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators. And, of course, Wicked Cushion Esports for their continued support here at the Dirty Old Bastards League. Of course, you can catch all the action over the next, what is now after tonight, going to be 10 weeks of action of 305 Sprint Car Racing. We'll head to tracks like Volusia, Charlotte, Eldora, Knoxville, Lanier, Eldora. Last week we're at, I think last week we're at Volusia, I think. And again, you know, without the support of these wonderful people, of course, this wouldn't be possible. As Also, we're live on the Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators page, so of course don't forget to head over to their Facebook page at Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators. Hit that like and follow button. We're also live on the Dirty Old Bastards Facebook page. Alex Hanna, thank you for that sub on YouTube. Appreciate it. We are over 1,000 subscribers, and yes, we do have that giveaway to come up here in the next couple of weeks. Alright, so our car's on track. And yes, it is 8 cars on the racetrack. So, what is going to be starting on pole? It'll be Bryce Bailey. Jeffrey Stewart will start position number 2. Position 3 is going to be Jonathan Lowe. Position 4, Jason Nygaard. Position number 5, the double O machine of Billy Brickley. Joe Isabel out of position 6. Then we go back to Richie Preston out of position 7. And Jeremy Isabel out of position number 8. Here we go, out of turn number 4. 6 laps on the board, not this time, next time by. Drivers race control, just making sure that we are got the field set. Drivers make their way through turn number 1 and 2. 6 laps of distance. How they finish this one is how they will start tonight's 40 lap A main event. Here we go, out of turn number 4. They get on the gas and they slowly pick up the pace here at the Fairbury Speedway. Again, 6 laps on the board. Right now, it is going to be Bryce Bailey to lead down through turn number 3 and 4. Lap number 1 complete. Second spot, Jeffrey Stewart. Jason Nygaard back there in third. The buckshot, Billy Brickley in position number 4. Right now, if I'm these drivers, I'm going to want to be finishing in an even number. I want to start on the outside, so when you go into turn number 1 and 2, you start on the outside. You'll be on that outside row. Stewart into the wall. 3 down, 3 to go. Nygaard to the inside. Slide job. Slides up. Here comes Stewart back to the inside. Isabel trying to make it work on the top side. Tags the 72 machine. We've got 2 to run. This time by for Bryce Bailey. And he has just gapped this field. Billy Brickley rides in second. White flag about to fly next time by. Wow, they're really getting desperate here.
Checkered flag.
There it is, checkered flag. Bryce Bailey gets the win ahead of Jason Nygaard. Third is going to be Billy Brickley. Fourth, Jonathan Lowe. Then you go back to Jeremy Isabel, Jeffrey Stewart, Richie Preston, and Joe Isabel there to come home in the 8th position. So that is our dash lineup done. These drivers will have about 1 minute to 2 minutes out on the racetrack. And then we are getting ready for our 40 lap A main event. You're watching the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Racing, presented by and powered by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, powered by iRacing.com, and of course Wicked Cushion Esports, and of course these wonderful people behind the scenes at the Dirty Old Bastards, putting on racing every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. So if you want to get involved in the action, message the Dirty Old Bastards Facebook page, and all this admins and all those kind of guys will get behind the scenes and they'll tell you how you can get involved. So we'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this. Up next, your A main event. Alright, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV for your coverage here of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Your A-Main cars making their way onto the racetrack right now. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And just a reminder, the first 8 positions, the top 4 rows, will be jumbled up just a little bit due to the dash. As we take a look, because those 8 drivers in the redraw, we know Bryce Bailey will start alongside, I believe it was Jason Nygaard, Billy Brickley. And then you go back to, we look at Richie Preston, other drivers in the dash. Jeremy Isabel, Jeffrey Stewart, Jonathan Lowe, and Joe Isabel. Your 9th starter, and these drivers are correct on back. Justin Williams will start position number 9. Position 10, Jason Schoenbacher. Anthony Marvuglio out of position 11. Carl Jenkins out of position number 12. Position number 13, Jason Giblin. Brandon Kerstetter will start position number 14. Andrew Olson, position number 15. Position number 16 is going to be Chris Roberts. Alexander out of position 17. Dustin Sargent, 18th. John Bragman, 19th. 20th is Aaron Schaefer. Then we go back to Tyler Grafton, 21st. Kevin Hanley, 22nd. Wally Reardon, 23rd. And Joshua Indick out of position number 24. That is a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's A-Main here at the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, round number 2, presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Wicked Cushion Esports, and Dirty Old Bastards. Live tonight right here on Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook and Twitch. Now we are not going green. The pace truck has moved to the infield. Normally we see these drivers getting set to do battle for 40 laps. We've chucked an extra 3 laps on the board. And those drivers from the dash in their finishing position, they will get into their correct starting spots. And the reason why we put an extra 3 laps on the board is just to get those drivers into their correct spots, and race control just making sure that everything looks all fine and dandy up towards the front of the field. So when we complete the second lap and we move into lap number 3 of 43, that is when we're going to be going green flag racing out of turn number 4. So not this time by, ladies and gentlemen, but the following time by. And again, you can see these drivers make their way into turn number 3. And now to turn number 4, 305 Sprint Car Racing right here on Ultimate Dirt TV in the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. 24 of the best here tonight. And it is now time to get after it. We are green flag. Bryce Bailey has command of the field. Once he gets to the start zone, he can fire any time that he likes. As we are about to go naughty for 40 here at the Fairbury Speedway, and green flag is out, and Bryce Bailey, Jason Nygaard right up on the top side, Billy Brickley right through the middle of the racetrack. Brickley moves into second spot, Nygaard back to the outside, trying to get a run back into second spot. Lap number 1 is in the books right now. It is still Bailey, Nygaard, Brickley, and yellow is out. Joshua, in fact, it's Wally Reardon there on the 76 machine. A couple of laps in the books. A 40 lap main event. 2 down, 38 to run. Lights about to go out on the racing.com pace truck. Pace truckers in. Excuse me, here we go. Bryce Bailey, Jason Nygaard, and Billy Brickley, the top 3. Oh no, Bailey upside down. He stepped on it. Jason Nygaard inherits the race lead. There is the yellow flag, and Bryce Bailey, well, talk about going from hero to zero. What a way to show that, well, oh, he just in the wall. And Billy Brinkley upside down as well. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, as quick as you like, the second caution flag will come out. As Brad, you want to race? And how do you become a part of this? If you go on to Facebook, type in Dirty Old Bastards, and we'll come back to that one. 6 down, and what is now 37 to go. So essentially 3 down. 37 to run. Nygaard, your race leader. Jonathan Lowe sits in second, missing that front wing. And Jeremy Isabel in third, and quickly another yellow will come out, and this will go back, allow us to go back to the Brad comment. Brad, if you type in Dirty Old Bastards, or if you just click up in the title description up on the top, we've got a link directly to the Dirty Old Bastards Facebook page. Click on that and hit the like and follow button first, then send the guys a message asking how to become involved, and they will tell you how to become involved in being a league member here in the Dirty Old Bastards Racing League. Of course, they have a number of leagues throughout the week, ranging from late models to winged sprint cars and wingless sprint cars. .36 to go, and we watch Nygaard lead Jonathan Lowe. Jeremy Isabel up in the second spot, that number 3 machine. Then Joe Isabel's not too far behind him in 4th. Jeffrey Stewart up to position number 5, but it is Jason Nygaard leads the field through 1 and 2. We go back and look at Isabel and Lowe run side by side. Jonathan Lowe on the outside, missing that front wing in the white and blue machine. Here comes Joe Isabel on Jeremy now into turn number 3 and 4. 33 to run. 7 completed in the main event. They all fight for the top side of the racetrack at both ends of the speedway. Preston in 6th, and you go back to Carl Jenkins in that number 21 machine, battling it out with Anthony Marvuglio. Jason Schoenbacher in 9th, and 10th is Jason Giblin. You can battle this sound for a second. Hold up, folks. Much better. Sorry about that. I don't know why it was doing that, making all sorts of weird sounds as if they were spluttering. But look at the Isabel boys run 3rd and 4th at the moment. Jeremy is on the bottom side. Joe on the top side. Joe now into position number 3. Nygaard, meanwhile, 2 even 3/10 quicker than Jonathan Lowe in 2nd. Joe Isabel turning very sort of similar lap times to what your race leader is. But right now, Joe Isabel comes up on the back of Jonathan Lowe. As we get to that, the yellow flag comes out. As the field once again, what is that? A 3rd yellow of the A main, so not too bad so far. And Normally what we're used to seeing is anytime a yellow come out, we add 3 green flag laps, but now with caution laps not counting, we don't have to worry about that, and no, race control doesn't have to keep track of what lap the white flag will come out, because it's only going to come out when they get the white flag on lap number 43. So Nygaard had a very big lead over Jonathan Lowe in second, Joe Isabel third, Jeremy Isabel fourth, and then we went back to Jeffrey Stewart to round out the top 5. So 15 down when we go back to green flag action. 25 still to run here at Fairbury. 305 Sprint Car Racing. The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Cars, powered by Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators. Wicked Cushion Esports, presented by Dirty Old Bastards. We're back underway. Green flag is out. 25 to run here in the main event. And has anybody got anything for Jason Nygaard? Still not even halfway home, but we're only a handful of laps away from the half race distance. I'm more interested in Joe Isabel at the moment. Can he get by Jonathan Lowe? If he can he make a challenge for the race lead? Because before that yellow was out, Nygaard was in the 12.6s, as was Joe Isabel. Now the restart has happened, and we'll see what kind of lap times they're doing right now. In fact, Jonathan Lowe, the quickest car on the previous lap. Who's it going to be this time? Well, it's back to Jason Nygaard. We go back and take a look at Anthony Marvuglia, run on the bottom side of the racetrack. I'm on the inside of Richie Preston. I don't know why it does that all the time. It just annoys the crap out of me. As our yellow, and it was Jonathan Lowe who was around. And he is pulling that car back onto pit road. So there is your team ABR Pit Logic number 12 CSI Shocks, I believe it is, on that race car. I like the colours of that car. That's about all. The black and orange, nice colours, Jason. So, oh, that sucks, Dylan. His PC shut off, but here we go. Halfway home, 20 down, 20 to go. Here in the main event of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum, a main event, and Chris Roberts up into the top 3. Look at him just run on the bottom side of the racetrack, catfishing it downstairs. In fact, he's losing quite a number of spots there. In that number 93 machine, he was nearly up into the top 3, and now he loses 5 spots as we go back as these drivers go to the top side. And now this is the battle that I wanted to see. Joe Isabel all over the back of Jason Nygaard, down into turns 3 and 4. Slide job, but no, Nygaard back to the inside. Nygaard back to the top side into turn number 1 and 2. Again, when does Joe pull the trigger? We've still got about 16 laps to go. So we are 2 heat races away from what could be one of these drivers going to victory lane here at the Fairbury Speedway. Jason Nygaard leads Joe Isabel. Jeremy Isabel rides in second. Joe into the wall. He's starting to lose ground on Jason Nygaard. Jeremy back there in third. Fourth right now is Richie Preston on the outside. And then you look at Anthony Marvuglia. in the top 5, running the low side. Preston makes a mistake out of turn number 4. Goes back down to the bottom side. I'm very surprised we're seeing a lot of these drivers work the low side. They lose so much speed and momentum. Uh-oh! Preston into the wall, upside down. He's going to bring out the yellow. There it is, Jeffrey Stewart. As there is your race leader just coming by him now on the exit of turn number 4. That's going to put him a lap down, but he is going to, more than likely, going to take that car and pit run. No idea why this this keyboard's screwing up. I need a new one. Anyone want to sponsor me a new keyboard? $100 will get your logos, page tags on our rest of the broadcast for the rest of the season. Now that is the iRacing season, mind you. $11 to go here at Fairbury. Nygaard. Here goes Joe Isabel. Slide jump for the race lead. Nygaard back to the inside and back to the top side into turn number 1 and 2. Anthony Marvuglio moves into position number 3. 9 to go. There it is. 9 to go. That time by Nygaard, Isabel, Marvuglio, Preston, Isabel, Roberts, Williams, Schaefer, Scharnbachler, Brickley. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Fairbury, one of these tight racetracks, and of course these slick racetracks as well. These drivers have done a very, very good job so far. And considering that we've lost 7 cars in this one in 35 laps, that's an average of 1 in every 5 laps. And of course we're probably onto about our 4th or 5th yellow, and still consider that still a fairly successful night here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Yellow means ice in Spanish. Well, it's certainly slick as ice right there. Back underway. 8 to go. Heat race distance left in this one. And Nygaard again starting to feel the pressure from Joe Isabel into turn number 3 and 4. Marvuglio still running the low side. That's where he's been picking off cars down on the bottom side. But again, I think that's just, you're losing speed right now, especially in these 305s. You need to keep your momentum up all the way around this tight little bull ring. 5 laps to go for Jason Nygaard from putting the Team ABR number 22 in victory lane. It'd be the second time in a matter of about 3 days that a Team ABR would go to victory lane. Of course, Alex Bergeron blitzed the World Championship. A 3-lap sprint to the end. Jason Nygaard, Joe Isabel, and Richie Preston, our top three. Hopefully we'll get to chat to our top three drivers after this one. Three laps left to run for Jason Nygaard. Can he hang on, or will Joe Isabel? Will he steal this one away from him here in the dying stages into turn number 3 and 4? Isabel down low, slide job for the race lead. Nygaard back to the inside. Crossover by Isabel down into turn number 1 and 2. Nygaard on the outside. They rub wheels out of turn number 2. Into turns 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. Isabel and Nygaard side by side into turns 1 and 2. The white flag flies. Here at the Fairbury Speedway, the National Sprintcar Hall of Fame and Museum, Joe Isabel is going to go to victory lane. What a drive by Joe Isabel. Second will be Jason Nygaard. Marvuglio rolling across the start-finish line. Richie Preston comes home third. Oh, wow. Joe Isabel in the final stages of this main event. He gets the win ahead of Jason Nygaard. Jeremy Isabel fourth. Schaefer comes home fifth. Roberts 6th. 7th Hanley. 8th Schallenbacher. 9th Billy Brickley. Anthony Marvuglio 10th. Then you go back to Alex Hanna, Joshua Indick, Giblin, Williams, Sargent Grafton, Jenkins, Stewart Lowe, Kerstetter, Olsen, Bragman, Bailey, and Reardon. Wow, what a race for the number 1 spot. It was a question I'd asked at about lap 15, and it was answered on the final lap. Joe Isabel to victory lane. Nygaard, well, he done everything right except lead the last lap. We wait on first and third to get into the Discord, and we are certainly going to have a chat to our top three. In fact, we have our second and third place runners. In fact, let's go down trackside to chat to the driver that comes home third place tonight in car number 25. It's Richie Preston. And Richie, well, congratulations on this third place run. You made your way into the dash, and not sure where you started in this one. It was inside the first 8 spots, and third place result. Can't be too disappointed about that one.
Yeah, it's just this Fairbury track. It's something about it. I kind of fit the motto here. I don't really like it the most, but I mean, I'll take a third for sure. I think we started 7th.
It was always going to be tough, especially starting on that inside road, because Fairbury, especially in 305 competitions, you want to keep the speed and momentum up. Starting on that inside road was always going to be tough to get to that top side. But I mean, how did you make of the racetrack throughout the night?
I was running the top there early and just trying, like you said, just run the top here. Just trying not to kill yourself, which I didn't do, surprisingly. And then I kind of found the middle there. I think it was Marvuglio. He was running the bottom there in the last little bit, and I kind of found the middle there. Then Nygaard and Joe got to battle, and that was kind of fun to watch from back in third, so we made it work.
Well, congratulations at third place run here at Fairbury for the National Sprintcar Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprintcar Series. We'll let you get out of here and we'll let you celebrate a third place with your team, but of course, sponsors on this race car, people behind the scenes, who makes it happen for you?
I can't thank you guys back at UDTV for broadcasting, National Sprintcar Hall of Fame for putting the series on, DOB, Chris and all those guys, and Elbows Up, SimSport, Jeffrey Stewart. We were hanging in Discord tonight. He put it in the wall, but just shout out to him. He was helping me out tonight. Elbows Up SimSport, Anderson Speedway. They're one of our new sponsors. Motorsports Beat, Jessup Logistics, Paints by Tunican for this brand new wrap. Hergot Real Estate Group, BS Air, O the Law Photography, Catch Fence Apparel, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Company.
All right, there we go. Richie Preston there, home in third place. Tonight we'll chat to the driver that comes home second place tonight, and he led pretty much all but one lap home in second spot tonight is Jason Nygaard. Jason, Well, I want to say congratulations, but I think it might be a bittersweet congratulations. You lead probably about 39 of the 40 laps, and you get beat coming to the white. Disappointing, but still a good result.
I'll take it. I barely ever touched 305s on here, and walk away with a second when I hardly ever run these cars. I'll take that.
It's always going to be difficult to put 40 consistent laps on the top side of the racetrack, considering that, once this track really slickens off, like we've seen towards the middle of the feature race and then towards the back end of it, to put consistent laps up there, very difficult, especially in these kind of race cars.
Oh yeah, I mean, if that race would have went flag to flag green, and Bryce after Bryce wrecked, I probably would have walked away with it, but the cautions the cautions haunted me, and is Isabel got the win, and I got second.
Well, congratulations on the second place run here in the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum 305 Sprint Car Series. We'll let you get out of here, and second place left to do tonight. But before we let you go, of course, sponsors on the race car, people behind the scenes again, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
I think Alex over at UABR, Dirt Armada, Wicked Cushion, Next Gen Fab, CSI Shocks with the Pit Logic app, Brent, you for broadcasting, and Chris for the league.
Jason Nygaard home in second spot here tonight, and your winner. And we're talking about leaving a run till the very last minute, but home in first place tonight in car number 3, it is Joe Isabel. Joe, congratulations on this victory. I was talking about it during the race, about lap 15 it was. You were one of the quickest cars on the racetrack, doing lap times quicker than what Jason Nygaard was doing when he was out in the race lead. Those yellows, they kept helping you out there, and, well, let's go through and let's talk about, right at the end there, those final 3 laps and how you're able to get and put this number 3 machine in victory lane.
Yeah, my paint wasn't showing up apparently if it's the number 3, but that's all right. The track was slick. I mean, it was really slick. Jason was a little more consistent than I was, I felt like, but the cautions would help. I could get a run on him, and I just throw a good slider in there. I just couldn't cut down in front of him to shut him down from the crossover. But finally, I think he messed up a little bit in that last, and I benefited from it.
Well, those restarts towards the end of the race, that was certainly helping you. There was a number of times during those restarts in the last probably 10 to 15 laps where, you'd go and throw the slider on him, and then, all of a sudden he'd cross underneath you. How difficult is it to throw a slider? First of all, in a 305 sprint car, because you don't carry a lot of speed than what you do in the 360s or the 410s, but also on a slick racetrack like we've seen here tonight.
Yeah, it was tough. I went down. When I was throwing my sliders, I wanted to catch that bite down low, and there wasn't much down there. So you had to throw a really, really deep slider, and you lost so much momentum. And then you couldn't just mat it because you just spin the tires. So you had to find that sweet spot of the good slider and then rolling into it to keep the straightaway speed.
Well, you certainly left your run a little late, but you led the most important lap. That happened to be the 40th lap here at the Fairbury Speedway, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum 305 Sprint Cars. You get the win, round number 2. Congratulations. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate, but of course, our sponsor on this race car, people behind the scenes, buddy, who makes it happen.
I got to thank DOB for the league, you guys for doing the broadcast. I mean, UDTV, that's awesome. I got to thank my team, Jeremy Motorsports, my brother. He built the set real quick at the end, Jeremy. And then I got to thank Bryce, man. If he wasn't on the team, we wouldn't even know about league racing, and he just made the whole team much faster.
All right, Joe Isabel, ladies and gentlemen, from Victory Lane. He getting the job done here at the Fairbury Speedway. Congratulations goes to him. Jason Nygaard in second, and Richie Preston home in position number 3. You see how slick the track is, and that was in the final lap or 2 here at Fairbury during that A main event. Some great racing here from the Fairbury Speedway, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Cars, presented by Tim Sims, Dirt Track Simulators and Dirty Old Bastards, and Wicked Cushion Esports. That'll do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We hope you enjoyed this, the coverage. Don't forget to hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got a giveaway coming up shortly. We've reached over the 1,000 subscribers mark as we move forward into tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is going to be the 410 Winged Sprint Car Series for the Dirty Old Bastards at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then at 11 p.m. we've got some more Sprint Car racing here on Ultimate Dirt TV. It'll be myself on the call for that one. And again, we thank you all for tuning in here tonight. Big shout out, big thanks to our sponsors, Wicked Energy Gun, Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder Racing League, and we'll throw in dirtfan.com and of course Dirty Old Bastards as well. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, this is Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night, and until next time, be safe.